So the Aston Martin DBX is our performance car of the year. Accepting the award virtually is Mr. Patrik Nilsson, Director of Operations APAC for Aston Martin. Patrik, welcome and congratulations. You and your team have created an incredible machine.
Thank you very much. I'm very flattered. Thank you for the. I would prefer to be there in person, obviously, but maybe soon.
Well, I hope we get to see you soon, but while we have you virtually, I want to throw a couple of questions at you. The first being that, so performance car of the year, this is our first performance car of the year that is an SUV, and this really does drive like a sports car. There's a shot in the magazine that we've used of the car sideways at the apex. Was power oversteer an engineering sort of requirement with a car like this?
Yes. Look, we were desperate to keep the feel of an Aston Martin, even when we build our first SUV. And the feel of an Aston Martin should be comfortable on one end, but once you want to go a bit more spirited, then it should definitely turn into a sports car.
Yeah.
So, yes, absolutely, that is intentional to have a playful setup of the car when you want it. So if you put it in the sports mode, you will get those nice shots with a bit of oversteer. So it absolutely was a priority to make sure that the spirit of an Aston Martin sports car was carried over into the DBX.
And from a volume standpoint, do you expect the DBX to have the same kind of a profound effect as, say, the Urus may have had with Lamborghini, or even before that, the Cayenne may have had with Porsche?
Look, I mean, yes, it's had a very profound effect. We're very pleased with the sales of the car, obviously. And personally, I'm surprised how well it's been received in a sense, because that segment of the market is just constantly growing. So my surprise is really that this segment is conducted right. We don't look specifically on volumes, but we really wanted to offer our customers a model where they could have their entire family there, where they could have a more of a lifestyle product, but not having to leave the brand, not having to go for a competitive seater. So that was the main goal of the SUV. The fact that it's doing very well in sales is definitely a plus.
And you personally have been with a number of exotic car makers in the past. You've been with Koenigsegg, McLaren, Porsche. Where does Aston Martin fit into that ecosystem? Is it more boutique-esque like a Koenigsegg, or is it more mainstream, if I can call it that, like Porsche?
No, I wouldn't say it's mainstream, because look at the volumes we're producing. It's still a highly exclusive car. I think also, if we look at the competition out there, our car, or the Astons, are truly handmade. They are unique chassis. So we build the chassis, we don't take it from a competitor, and we make our cars on top of them. That's why we can design the cars to look that beautiful, because we are not constrained by borrowing a platform from a sister company. Select segment of unique cars in that sense. And then Aston Martin is a truly a warm company, actually. There's a good team spirit in this company, and I think that's also something that gives us an edge many times. Is we're approachable, and we are real passionate about products. So yeah, Aston Martin stands out of being able to handle both the sporty side and the comfort side and the luxury side, and being handmade and being unique, really. So yeah, it has its own niche.
What is Aston's vision as an automaker today, and has Lawrence Stroll changed that vision in any way?
Yeah, Lawrence came in with force, and he's destined to create Aston Martin, or build Aston Martin to be the premier luxury car maker. And I think we're well on our way with that. He's very operational in that sense, so that's very good to have a shareholder that is really involved in the business. And of course, he brought us the Formula One, which now we're in a works team. So that gives an enormous marketing support. And it also ties in with our whole mid-engine family of cars that are coming. So you have then Formula One at the racing peak, which then carries over technologies to our mid-engine cars, which carries over technologies to our core cars. So now it's very positive that Lawrence has come in and has really put in the direction there.
And where does electrification fit into Aston's future?
So it's still on track. I think we've shuffled around a little bit on our plan when we changed the ownership, but we are desperate. We want to be having an electric offer on all our ranges in the near future. But we don't stop there either, because we need to hedge ourselves a little bit. So, of course, electric is the future, but we're looking at all types of drivetrain, making sure that we take the best one that suits then the characteristics that you have experienced with the DBX.
Yeah. And I mean, I would have asked you this had I not driven the DBX, that how do you retain that character of a sports car and the emotion in an SUV? But is it more challenging perhaps to retain that when you're looking at different types of propulsion systems going forward?
Look, I wish I was an engineer now, because probably you need someone with 5 years engineering study instead of 5 years of business study. Clearly an engineer should answer your question about how the drivability would be with electrical cars in the future. But from a perspective from our base values, I think it's very well represented in the DBX. We don't deviate from that passion that our cars give and the way a true Aston Martin should feel to drive. So I think that could give guidance for how our future models will drive as well.
And how has the Indian market responded to Aston Martin, and what's the future look like for Aston in India?
Very well. So I don't have the latest numbers in front of me, but we know that India is a passionate country when it comes to cars. And yeah, we've had great success. We've done some changes in our network there, and we are expanding our network in India with that partner. So we see a great future in Aston Martin and in India.
Well, thank you once again for joining us remotely. Congratulations, and I look forward to seeing a lot more Astons on our roads.
Very good.
Look forward to seeing you in person. Cheers.
All right.